You know what I'm saying? We got to link up with the wavy ones. You already know. So yeah, yo, I'm hyped to see what's up today. Talk about everything folks been cooking out here. But yeah, yo, appreciate y'all having us.
Hey, Hurricane, now that you're here, I just want to let you know from the last page we were talking about Wave Wars, God Cloud was with us. Don't say rock and roll again when it comes down to a battle, because I was confused. Because definitely Stormy was part of the battle. I'm like, you guys are gonna be rock and rolling? What is this, Elvis? What are we doing? Like, you're talking about rock, like hard metal? Like, oh, this is okay. Because I was unprepared for what was coming. So when I heard the first one from Replicant, I like, this is not rock and roll. This is not Nashville rock and roll. Like, what are we doing? No, I just wanted to joke around and tell you that. She was funny as hell when you said that. I was like, this is gonna be soft. Soft rock? No, no, it's not. It's like the freaking level 10, level 99, level final boss of freaking metal music or rock music. But yeah, that was awesome, man. That was pretty awesome.
Dang, I don't know the classifications, you know what I'm saying? Forgive me, dog. You know what I mean? As long as it's got some guitars and some drums in that thing, bro, it's rock. you know.
That she was funny, man. I was like, wait, what? Rock and roll? Like, I was, look, that was a way, if you actually made this on purpose for people to come in and check it out, mission accomplished because I was very curious. I was like, rock and roll battle. Like, how this is gonna play out? Then I came in and I'm like, this is not rock and roll. I'm being bamboozled, but I'm staying because now I want to see the end of result of this. It was pretty entertaining. You killed it, Hurricane. Every time, man, I hear you, man. Like you go through, you man, ducking and weaving, bro. When it comes down to every scenario possible, from the production, when it comes down to the sounds might not be okay. They're like, how are we gonna fix it? Like on spot, like unscripted, like it's all live. It's freaking fresh, man. So congrats to all of you guys like participating on this, man. This is a like DRiP mentioned. This is not a thing. This is a movement. So that was a very good definition of what you guys are doing.
Man,
Don't you
appreciate you. Oh, my bad.
no, don't you guys raise hands in this space. Just jump in. The more chaos the better, yo.
Rock and roll, like you know what I'm saying. But like if you're gonna say metal, just say metal, heavy metal. That's it. That should be the classification rather than rock and roll. That's just me with the technicalities. Because when I heard rock and roll first, like on the last page, I heard like my mind went to like Elvis era, like rock and roll, like you know what I'm
Dude,
saying.
dude,
You
but
know,
But were you not entertained?
Charlie, but
no, I
you're
am.
saying
That's what I'm
it,
saying.
and you're saying it, but you're the person who checks the weather for a Friday 4 weeks from now to know if you want to go out that Friday.
Hey,
Like,
I'm a drone. Hey, hold on, hold on. I got an explanation
no,
for that. I'm a drone pilot,
that's an
so
excuse.
I have to
No,
know the weather before I freaking take shots. I cannot just fly
excuses.
my drone in the. See, I have to do that. I have to forewarn myself if this is gonna be a good move or not, because I have to go with
Potatoes,
the winds.
potatoes,
Nah,
Charlie.
nah,
Come
nah, nah. But
on.
Charlie,
this has
Charlie,
nothing to do with rock and roll. So I'm trying to find the tie-in to this.
I I'll
Where
come think
is
to
the
your
tie?
Charlie's
In?
defense, Charlie.
yeah,
neurospicy. I'll come to your
It's
defense,
Friday. That's
Charlie.
what it is. Tuesday is like
I, f-
semi spicy. Well,
I feel you,
Friday we
Charlie.
good. 100%.
I'm the same. When I hear rock and roll, I think like classic old school rock and roll versus metal. Like metal really encapsulates so many different versions of metal and the harder rock kind of genres. So like I get what you're saying. Okay, I'll be the one who agrees with you, Charlie. I I think the same way
Damn,
when I
you
hear
were
rock and
supposed
roll
to
versus
disagree
metal.
too. Damn,
But well, yeah. Well,
you
see,
off
everyone's
script.
disagreeing with you. So this time I'm agreeing. Okay. I'm trying to be that one. I'm trying to like
The
throw
ba-
you a rope here because I think the
See,
same way, but it's
you
also because
you
metal's
and
like
your
my favorite.
freaking you and your freaking yin yang. Like I need to balance the whole thing. Like no, do not balance anything. Just go with the flow.
But it is also the way I interpret it too, though, like because metal's like some of my favorite music. Like my absolute all-time favorite band is Megadeth and their song Tornado of Souls. So like that's my genre, that's my thing, right? So like any kind of music around that is everything that I think of when I hear metal, even if it's like heavy metal, death metal, all that crazy stuff with melody versus all the crazy thrashy stuff. But then you've got like the classic rock and roll, which when I think rock and roll, I think like Jimi Hendrix, right? Like that kind of like really, really classic good rock. I guess you categorize a lot of like bands in that, like Led Zeppelin, things like that. And so that's what I think of with rock and roll versus metal, because you got like the good riffs, like the bluesy scales and solos, and then you've got like the really frantic, melodic, screaming kind of stuff. So for me, it's two different buckets. So Charlie, it's not just yin and yang. Okay, Charlie. Okay, this is how I feel too. Okay, Charlie. So my bad. I'm so sorry for agreeing with you. I should really stop doing that.
You have to. That's
But-
not how it rolls. It's supposed to be the script. But anyway, God Cloud, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Now here's my interpretation on all of this. I feel like rock and roll is piano led, and the key part is the end roll, right? Like rock and roll is like we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. It's like the Happy Days theme song, you dig? And then I feel like rock is the Jimi Hendrix, the Led Zeppelin, all of that. And then you get into, but now see when you got metal, like classic metal, sure, is like Metallica, is like Megadeth. It's the the fucking like, like distorted Paganini solos and type shit, right? But what was going on uh at the with the Stormy and Replicant battle, I feel like Stormy stuff is a bit more what they would almost
Oh, do tell me.
Hold on, just let me go. Hold on. Yo, they were about to jump my ass last night, y'all. Y'all missed it, yo. Everybody was ganging up on me. But no, I think that Stormy style is a bit more in the metal core, because I know when metal core was like a thing, you got like your Asking Alexandria, you got your Attack, all that type shit, right? They got the dude, Replicant, you don't like Asking Alexandria? Oh my god, insane! I fucking love me some AA, yo. The first album, Stand Up and Scream, is a fucking masterpiece, but it's got the electronic elements that are laced in there too. You don't really hear that obviously much with the classic type stuff, but yeah, we're just splitting hairs here. But yeah, I know we got WaveWarZ up here. I don't know if y'all want to make. I know y'all sent me the co-host thing earlier, but I don't know if you want to make WaveWarZ the co-host. I think that would make a great screenshot. With the DRiP and the WaveWarZ up there together like that.
He wants the screenshots. He's here for the screenshots.
I'm
Invite
here
sent.
grabs, yo. I got like 6,000 in my phone, yo. I be screenshotting the shit out of everything. But yeah, yo, I don't know. I think we were talking about maybe getting some quick battles going. Yeah, well, I don't remember exactly what the plan was, but if you guys want, I can run upstairs to the studio. I can go play some stuff. Whatever we
Yo,
want.
yeah. I mean, I would love to like give anybody from the DRiP community a little bit of like, a live demo or insight from you guys of what's actually going on at WaveWarZ. I think it's also a cool way for them to then, oh, this is cool, let me check out the full thing. So my mindset for this space is that this space is yours. If Charlie started to get like really bitchy, then I'll come in and be like, hey Charlie, you can't do that. You can't do that, Charlie. These are human beings, Charlie. Okay, there's such a thing called human rights, Charlie. But other than that, I won't meddle. I just wanna, rock and roll. Rock
Shut
and
up.
roll.
Do you say metal or metal?
No, see, but that's why I listen. You might think of me as like slightly stupid, but it's intentional. So then I can do some like, plays with words, and you're like, what did she say? What did she call me? What did she
Oh,
do?
I like her.
Oh, I like you. We'll talk later.
Absolutely.
Let's keep this professional. And God Cloud, whoever wanna play a beat, let's fucking go. Let's do it. God Cloud is like running upstairs, hooking up all this shit,
It's a fun
sweating.
visual.
There's so many stairs in my fucking house. It's a nightmare. Like,
Barbie
hold on.
doll. All that stuff, yeah.
Well, I would like to know, like, because I was talking to God Cloud on Tuesday on Space, and I want to know from Hurricane, um, assuming you're the co-founder, how this idea came out. Because I think the idea is brilliant, first of all. Second of all, the way you guys are running it, the platform, the format is genius. Because this is one of the problems that we often find on Web3. I've been here for like almost 5 years. And one of the problems is that when it comes down to a contest, when it comes down to an event, usually there's a lot of conversations between if the competition was fair, was it biased, and it all revolves on that type of conversation, which it kind of like hinders artists, creators to participate because they feel like it's all rigged. It's all like, you already know, they already picked their winner. So what's the point of participating type of deal? But the way I saw it on WaveWarZ is that you have to have like a system where it can fail because there are three different ways that you can pick the winner versus only one way where now it feels like somebody got played out. So I like the fact that there's a chart first. That's the number one, where people can put their hard-earned soul to vote for whoever they think it is the best performer at that moment, at that round. Second is the judges. Now, the judges part is kind of tricky because they can probably know the artist versus not knowing the other artists. So now it becomes a problem, a conundrum. But that will solve it with the third option, which is having the crowd from the space vote on a poll. So now you basically got it covered where if something quote unquote fails or it doesn't look fair, now you got the other two that can sustain it. And that way it looks like more than fair. You know, people are still going to say, like, hey, well, it's kind of like rigged, but bias. But still, now this is a cushion where people are going to look at it in a different way or basically put less attention to that part. And now they're going to focus more on the entertainment part of things or in the competition. Like, how can I outperform my contender? So just looking at it from the outside, I think the whole entire structure is built to last for a long time, due to the fact that um, all you need is the artist. And if the artists they feel safe in a safe environment that they can perform, uh, man, it's just the sky's the limit in my opinion. So that's what I saw from the outside.
God bless, bro. Appreciate that breakdown, bro. Like the idea really started coming together while I was in Costa Rica getting rugged on meme coins. So like I was actually, experimenting in meme coin space and that whole meme coin boom and whatnot. And I was like, dang, bro, like this stuff is like landmines, because it was like, I'll go into a new project, think it's dope, and then boom, rugged. And then it'll happen again, boom, rugged. And I'm just like, bro, what the? So eventually I was like, yo, there has to be another way of doing this. And of course, I'm an artist myself. And, at this time, I was, of course, making songs. I was also performing out in Costa Rica and such and such. So I was like, yo, there's got to be a way to combine these two into a lit ass mechanism. So essentially, what we created are these ephemeral markets that only get spawned whenever there's a battle. So like whenever the battle goes live, a brand new market is created, and then folks can buy and sell on the competing artists to determine the winner. Whichever side got more soul, pun intended, on their side, once the timer strikes zero, is the winner of the battle. And it creates for not only like a live score aspect to the music, but it also, gets the adrenaline pumping, not only for the people on the charts, but also the folks in the audience that get to watch the people duke it out on the charts. Because like we've seen all type of crazy things happen on the charts, especially like near the end when folks is fighting for dominance We've seen like 8 soul buys at the end. We've seen like 4 soul buy, and then another 5 soul buy comes in a second after and and overtakes it like crazy. Just crazy stuff. You know what I mean? And I think it just adds to the entertainment aspect. And with the whole idea of splitting it into 3 judgment criteria is it kind of hits on all the levels of judgment. One, of course, like Charlie said, we got the people, the poll, you know, the crowd vote. Like people just get their vote in. But the issue with the crowd vote is everybody only gets one vote, so there's no way to really express conviction, which is why we have the charts, aka the money vote. So now, if you're one person, but you really, really want your guys or your person to win, you're down to put $100 on them, $200 on them. And the beautiful part about it is that people also can come out with gains on these charts, because at the end, 40% of the soul in the losers pool gets transferred to the winners pool, and all the winning traders split that entire winners pool based on how many of the winners tokens each of the traders is holding. So like there's also a profit incentive as well. So like people are actually gonna, you know, try to trade the charts and get advantageous outcomes. You know what I mean? And this also gives us a prediction market kind of aspect as well to everything we doing, because it kind of gets a real good gauge on what the people are really feeling. And then of course we have our judges, which is kind of like the expert panel, quote unquote. But the best mix of judges is when we have what's called a man on the street, which is like just a normal person that doesn't know what a hi-hat is, doesn't know what a snare is, and then a producer, and of course an artist. That is the perfect ideal panel. Of course, it doesn't always work out like that, but we always allow the artist to approve whoever the judges are to, you know, mitigate any type of, you know, foul play on the judges' end. So yeah, the whole idea is to give a real good consensus on who people think really wins in a subjective, you know, battle like a music battle.
Yeah. Okay. Did you guys plug all of the cables to all of the synths and all of the speakers to the monitors and all the mics to the and that cable that goes over there and this to that? This is really impressive what you guys built. I love that. That's why I also mentioned in I think it was the Tuesday space, but I think it was also the space that where you guys rated us, where I was like, okay, this is a movement. It's not just like a group of like 4 or 5 friends. It's like tens of thousands of you guys. That's what it feels like every time you're in spaces with us. Like the whole space is the WaveWarZ movement. I love that.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all for having us, you know, and allowing us to talk about, you know, all the things, because we're passionate, yo. Like we love our art, we love to compete and whatnot. And you know, it has, you know, some folks do not embrace that. You know, some people think music shouldn't be a competition and whatnot. We've had our fair share of what do you call them, detractors and whatnot. So yeah, just to see this and whatnot. So yeah, just to see folks out here in Web3 like kind of, you know, fuck with us, for lack of a better word, like it's dope, yo. It's dope.
Dude, yeah. But I mean it's a huge cultural thing, like all of these battles. It's not just here on Web3. I think what you guys did is, especially with like how the music scene, or I would say, quote unquote, music product monetized on Web3, how that's been going for the past few years. What you guys did is, instead of kind of like submitting yourself to like one platform, you've kind of like you're more and more taking control with everything that you're doing of your own music, but also your experience in the community and the culture, and doing things your way, which is one of the things that I love the most about the space. And with all the tools that we have these days, the ability to build your own thing. I mean, everybody should do it, in my opinion. Every type of group of people with whatever interest they share.
Yeah, I would like to add that you guys didn't wait for the next big platform to come out to host you guys. You guys took the bull by the horns, and you guys took the initiative to do this, and not only by supporting each other, but also like creating an entire ecosystem where you guys are not depending on what platform, how the market is, what is going to dictate for you guys. And also it's a movement on numbers, because I've been noticing, for example, musicians on Web3, the feeling that I get is that they are all running solo, like they are working on their albums, their singles, whatever they are working on, but it's basically solo. It's not really a group. And if they have groups, it's really like limited on the groups, right? It's like you do you, I do me, but we gather together. But there's nothing in conjunction. There's no like collab. And this battle thing, in my opinion, is one of the highest levels of collabs, due to the fact that I thought that it was just a battle. Okay, it's a battle. Okay, okay, everybody goes their merry ways. No, you guys battle for sure. You guys are they take you guys take this serious when you guys battle. I can tell with the expertise, the talent that you guys pour into it. But at the same time, when it's all said and done, you guys come together. You still hang out. You're not like just going away, because you know that this is like literally gold in the future. What you guys are building, you have that conviction, and that's all you need. You got that consistency, that conviction, and that's what's going to take you places, especially the structure that I keep mentioning. You guys got like the right formulas, the right ingredients, to make this to the next level, to take this to the next level.
Man, I appreciate that, and that's actually definitely one of my favorite aspects of WaveWarZ, because before, when I was just an artist kind of by myself, then it was cool. Don't get me wrong, to make music and whatnot, but I felt like there was nobody to like really share it with. You know what I mean? Because I was kind of like, I left home and all this stuff. I left, all my friends and everything, to quote unquote chase my dreams and whatnot. And I was like, yo, it's cool and all, but like, it's not like, I don't feel like that camaraderie that we used to have in the early music NFT space, when folks had big ass rooms of full of artists, everybody's creating, everybody's thinking, everyone's moving forward, and then it just died just because NFTs died and whatnot, and all of it dispersed. And then I see a lot of people, they even stopped doing music altogether. So I was like, yo, we need to bring that energy back, because it was just such a legendary time where artists were like collabing like never before, coming up with new solutions like never before. So yeah, that was also another big reason for creating WaveWarZ, was to bring that energy back. Because when creatives come together, bruh, like, you can just look on even the WaveWarZ page itself. I try to repost as much as possible, but like, yo, the people's creating for other people, and there's mad videos and memes and just creation everywhere. Folks are just making, yo, it's just back to their god likeness. You know what I mean? Just creating. Shout out my G God Cloud. But yeah, and then we come in together, and that just even amplifies the signal even more. And one of the things I really love the most is the fact that when we do have our featured battles on Sundays at 7 p.m., like, a lot of folks will rally behind whoever's the two artists, that are competing. You know what I mean? Like, even though it's not them, it's not their music, but like, they're still, helping prop them up. And as we all do this together, it's like, as the tide rises, everybody rises. And to see a lot of the music start permeating into these other spaces, like a lot of these artists' music that's not even us. You know what I mean? Like, the other day, there's a girl from Zambia. She was dropping Canon and God Cloud songs in her stories, and just to see like the music just like starting to spread, what Stilo's been able to do, his music spreading all over the place, and seeing the love behind that, and like, just what happens after we hone our crafts together, everybody getting better in the same room, because like, a lot of these artists, yo, like, they got better over time, us doing these battles. Of course, sometimes it hurts to lose, and whatnot, but like, a lot of times folks take that as feedback. They take the feedback we also tell folks in the space and whatnot, and come back even stronger. Stormy is a great example. She actually took a L this last Sunday. But like now this week she been going crazy. You know what I mean? Like dropping fire track after fire track, going into lanes she's never gone into, you feel me? And that was also the same story with Stilo. He was taking all type of L's and then he was like, yo guys, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna transform. That's what he told us. And then it was a little bit, he came back and he dropped his best album to date, the Ambition album that's still circulating, that I still listen to on a daily basis. Like it's crazy, yo. Like it's so motivating. I just wake up with like a fire in my chest every day because like I know like we doing something incredible, yo.
So
Yeah, and if I could jump in real quick. Oh, sorry, Charlie. I just want to say this
yeah, yeah,
real
yeah, yeah.
quick. And somebody, who's like, I consider myself to be someone who's been in Web3 music since the jump. Like since it wasn't even a thing when I got here. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw this shit grow, and Drip House and WaveWarZ were the two things out of all the time that I've been here that really used Web3 and music together properly. Like when I was first on Drip House, I was doing stuff on, again, like making enough profit on there that I was like, holy shit, like I haven't seen consistent profit like this in the Web3 space for my music anyway. I had got some big, like, some big lump sums here and there, but consistency was always that thing that was hard to pin down, and Drip House gave me that. And then seeing what WaveWarZ was, I'm like, man, now this is different. This is unique. So I'm glad to see us coming together. And I feel like we're doing something even better than what the old like bull runs were. And it feels familiar, but it feels like we got this extra edge on it. Like we got LTO who's kicking out NFTs to the top battles and everything. And he's and LTO sent me an NFT. I'm like, yo, I haven't had somebody send me an NFT in so fucking long. I'm like, damn, yo, this shit is really taking me back. Like I had to fire up my old like MetaMask from 100 years ago. You dig? I had to fire that bitch up by candlelight, yo. But it's a cool path that we're all on, and I think that we're starting a new movement here. We're really starting a new movement here. Because the Web3 music scene was its own scene, just like how you had the grunge movement, just like how you had like the crunk movement and all that stuff. I feel like Web3 has its own that, and it's not really genre specific. But I feel like WaveWarZ is even, that, but more distilled. It's the true definition of the WaveWarZ or the Web3 music movement. Because like Hurricane said, a lot of folks left, but I feel like those of us that are still here are putting in some fire shit. And I'm up in the studio. I don't know if we're playing some tracks or what, because I got me and Cannon's new
Yeah.
joint on deck. I could play the shit. Y'all want to
Dude,
hear it? Like, I don't know.
hell
Y'all want to hear
yeah.
that?
Hell
hey,
yeah. It's
look,
just that
before you
no,
guys go
Charlie,
crazy, hold up,
Charlie,
hold on,
no,
before you guys go crazy.
Charlie, but this is the reason we haven't like played any music yet, is because you can't
Facts.
this is a Friday Spaces, not a Tuesday Charlie Spaces.
Hold up. Let me see this real
Whoa.
quick.
Okay.
Hold up. Look, I got a confession to make, man. That Sunday battle, I was looking at the whole freaking scenario with the round one and round two, and I was like, yo, this can end on round two, bro. Like, I need to hear more shit. So I was like, yo, Stormy cannot lose this round two, bro. We gotta make it happen. So she wins this round two. So I want to see round three. When I heard Stormy like, if I wanna go out, I wanna go out with the bang. I was like, we need to make sure that she makes it through round three because I want to see this go through. And it was such a freaking, I was so into it that I'm like, I'm voting for Stormy 100% because I want her to go through. And it happened. So I felt vested on it, which is like, in that part you guys are playing, make people feel vested. And I like what Hurricane said, right? Uh, NFT movement died, but you guys pivot. Like, we don't need NFTs. We'll do this shit on our own. We are going to create another structure, another way to actually make this go through and make it go viral and get everybody involved. And that's exactly what you guys are doing. But hey, that's enough. I already said my confession. It worked. It was an amazing battle, and let's get to it.
Well, Stormy appreciated it.
Word up, word, yeah. And you know what? That's the thing too. Like when with me and Cannon's battle, we went. I lost in the first 2 rounds, but it was like, yo, fuck it, let's keep going. You know what I mean? Because I just showed us. I wanted to show like, yo, I got some disses. I'm about to rap at this motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm like, I ain't even trying to play no hits tonight. You know, but yeah, yo, and to go further off that lore, yo. So after Rocky and Kata's battle, right? They collabed. Now it's slowly coming out that Cannon and I were both kind of coaching the two of them behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And yeah, and they ended up swerving us and dropping a collab, right? So Cannon and I had like like kind of like a revisiting, kind of like an extension of the battle, right? And with the COC community. So we're like, yo, we got to put something together, yo. These motherfuckers trying to outshine us. We can't allow that, yo. So we're like, so, hey, Cannon, you want to talk a little bit about the track before I drop it?
Yeah, sure. What's good with y'all, man? I didn't even know y'all was here. Shit, I just happened to be here. Like, man. But now, so it was crazy because I was at work and I'm like, I said, God cloud a little motivation because I know I set up a studio time for the next day. So I'm like, yo, bro, we gonna have to do something. We only got one day. So he sent me to beat at nighttime. I wrote the verse. I was nodding off and everything when I was writing the verse. That's the crazy part. So I was sitting there listening to the beat, and he had a beat switch. So I was like, "Yo, it'd be fire if you do a beat switch and do some rock shit." I always wanted to rap over electric guitar. So he did exactly what I said, and he made the beat fast as hell. And then he sent me his part. I was like, "Let's go back and forth." So he sent his piece back and forth, and then I had like blank areas. So I'm like, I gotta fill in the blank areas. I'm like, "Bruh, like, don't worry about it. Like, but best believe I'm gonna have my verse, or whatever." So before I went to sleep, I made sure the verses was done because I know my time was 10 in the morning and shit like that. And then we had a little issue when I got to the studio the way the files was sent. So he even sent a little extra bread so we could get a little better mix down. So I'm like, yeah, nah, we got that shit done though. And then we was able to play that shit for Saturday. Like, so it's like we only had one night to try to figure it out, and let's not be in the same room, man. That shit right there just show you what pressure do. Like, and I tell people all the time, like I do kind of work better under pressure. Like it's not my best work lyrically, but I feel like the way people responded to it in Web3, I'm cool with that, man. I fucks with it. And to see Nemesis all the way from Zombie and do a whole she rapped over our verse or whatever, like she was rapping and shit like that. That's the support that we looking for, that we actually need from people in the community or whatever. Any type of support, reposted, all that shit, it helps us all because I don't care if they see a video that I did, whatever. You know, I make a lot of WaveWarZ videos along with Candy and stuff like that. So even reposting that type of stuff, like it helps me, it helps y'all because they get to see the big picture, like that we all trying to create as a community, bro. And I feel like with God Cloud, piggybacking on what God Cloud said, yo, we trying to restore this shit. NFTs ain't gonna be a thing that's gonna get us through all the time and shit like that. I done had legendary sales, but my sales ain't what they used to be and shit like that. So it is what it is. But now we here and we trying to restore whatever, like whether it's the timeline, whether it's the way we get out digital collectibles, you know, I do physical collectibles also. So yeah, bro, it's we trying to do this a whole restoration type of thing. So we trying to restore shit, man. So it's fire to even be here to even speak to y'all. Like, you feel me?
Hell yeah, brother. And it's the story, yo. That's what I always kind of like thrived on, was telling the story. And just with WaveWarZ, it's a hell of a story. Every week, it's a new story, you know? And even from the weeks before, it's still more story, you know? Like, yo, I got a recap last night because that shit was fucking funny, yo. I felt like Denzel at the end of training day, how everybody was about to be coming at me. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But all right, yo, here, let's play some tunes. So again, me and Cannon whipped this shit up. Zero time. I whipped two, or I made 7 beats this morning, but these two were the best. And I'm like, yo, bro, we got to do something with this.
And
So
I
yo,
was like,
Cannon.
fuse them shits together, bro.
Yeah, yeah. This shit's fucking pain. But where are we at? All right, here we go. This Iron Lung Sonata, yo.
So you invited this monster to make me kill somebody? This the type of shit you commit a fucking murder to. Got him shook, only way to show him how to fucking move. You not untouchable, you gullible, uncomfortable. This a soul food meal versus a lunchable. Oxycontin Christ open in a OGOC. Whole team OD, power scale OP. Used to lean up codeine, curry chicken and roti. With a hammer like my father was Odin, but I stay low key. These other fuck boys better give up. Try and dip low, we gon' have to pump his lips up. I heard you got a problem with Jones. Wanna get cut, the devil may cry. Know why? I'm a sick fuck. Bitch, what? God cloud on a mission. Blue steel in my waistband. Call that bitch a nip tuck. Fix your face, adjust the basis, giving great. Matt Hardy twist the fate up the body in Crystal Lake. Cloud and cannon up in this bitch. Get the shivering, whole body active. So what the fuck the business is? Crossface crippler, you wonder what my submission is? I pump fear in your soul like Mr. Big. Punch his body off his fucking head, legs and arms. Send him to a lie, make sure every kill's allowed. Every weapon allowed. Shorty said I'm endowed. The big shark, I speak from the heart like wedding vows. Hey yo, that fish strong, yeah, my shit deadly. Fiend lean like a ghost, got him in the pedigree. Watch his nose bust, the OG creep. Get sent to the upper room, that's the nosebleed seats. All your hoes be weak, I'm cutting OD deep. From the strip where they like it raw, that's ODB. This a fusion, not an illusion. I broke the bank and Web3 for my amusement. Receipts on the blockchain, there's no confusion. Receipts on the blockchain, there's no confusion. This a fusion, not an illusion. I broke the bank and Web3 for my amusement. Receipts on the blockchain, there's no confusion. Receipts on the blockchain, there's no confusion. These cats throwing audio airballs. That's why I gotta go and dig a hole to prepare y'all. It's the warlords of WaveWarZ. Cloud brought cannon with them. Send your ass to Davy Jones, you ain't swimming with us. Y'all officially between a rock and a hard place. Violating motherfuckers since the days of MySpace. Annihilate every rapper in your top 8. With your bitches for the throat. Call that shit a top date. Turn the beat on and start radiating pain. Liquefy your bones and give your blood a migraine. Cause time dilations when I inhale. Under all this pressure and I still ain't fail. Got these haters looking like the shit ain't fair. And that's just the type of man that I am. Feds couldn't send me away. And now you think you got a chance. And they all want smoke, just got a coffin in the end. Look alive if you really trying to stay alive. Forget the fiction cause you know we seeing through the lies. Come see us if you trying to get brutalized. God only tell the truth so don't get canonized. About to have you tripping like you got your ankle twisted. Make you fold your hands and start whispering Leviticus. Staring at the sky like damn it can't be. Game over winners, warlords with a Z. They got a problem with me shooting in the range. You grown goofies backwards. My shot immaculate, so if I shoot I'm accurate. I'm like two cactuses, I'm too on point like Deep on Dracula. In the Acura, homie slid with the heat, spatula. They want me dead with my face disfigured, Emmett Till. They play with my name, they don't know what they in for real. They loud flies, don't gotta tell them chill, watch me build. Once I figure out this formula, we in for mills. I'm too cold, that's cryogenic, giving them chills. In your bitch dope like pills, boy that Benadryl. I'm from the strip with fiends hooked on that shit. Debo ain't the only one that was hit with a brick. They broke it thinking that they next high, give them a fix. Can't act across the scene, we wasn't given a script. Seen a text get directed before they sent them a clip. Canary diamond ring, the same color as piss. Jealousy got you looking for revenge. Boy, I push it to the limit like syringe. Look alive if you really trying to stay alive. Forget the fiction cause you know we seeing through the lies. Come see us if you trying to get brutalized. God only tell the truth so don't get canonized. About to have you tripping like you got your ankle twisted. Make you fold your hands and start whispering Leviticus. Staring at the sky like damn it can't be. Game over winners, warlords with a Z.
With a Z.
Yes. That shit go fucking dumb, yo.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm a low key make a WaveWarZ hockey jersey, bro. That should be fucking crazy.
Yo, that's gotta be our rap group name, bro. We gotta.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Like we gotta do 2-on-2 now.
Warlords of WaveWarZ, yo. That's it. That's it right there, fam.
Wave Warriors.
Shout out my GC streams. Yo, that was fire, bruh. Yo, I need that for the gym. Y'all got that on audience? I think y'all put it up on audience. If I'm not,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's on
it's on
there.
audit.
let's say less.
So we could drop that type of stuff on drip too, because if we could, like, I'll definitely drop some shit today. Like, I just need to know the functionality.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if the drip homies want to talk about it or whatever, but yeah, man, you can do all that shit.
Clean.
Or I could talk you through it. I could talk you through it because that's because I'm posting some more stuff up there now, so I can show you what I'm doing from my personal um side of things and how it like works and all that stuff. But yeah, yo, we gonna be dropping some more on. We got right now. We got the recap for me and Cannon's battle, and y'all should go definitely check that out because it makes this collab mean more because me and this dude were like shooting shots at each other, yo. Like we showed up to the battle already beat up and shit from going at it on the timeline, and it just got worse from there. But yeah, we were like, yo, let's we had to come together because we had to prove a fucking point, which we did, which we absolutely did. So yeah, y'all go check out what's on the WaveWarZ page right now, and we're gonna keep putting up more stuff, just telling again the NFTs that I think mean the most are the ones that tell a story, that you can follow a story that's concise and it's like, damn, okay, and you feel like every time you collect a new piece that you're getting the next piece of that story, and that's what makes you want it more. So that's what we're trying to bring on the Drip channel for WaveWarZ.
I would just like to say, I don't think you can put that on Drip. If you were to upload that, it it might melt our servers. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding. I tried to be
Alan, you're
cheesy as
so.
shit.
Oh, Alan, you're such a
No,
funny guy, Alan.
that was so good. That was
Hey, I
insane.
appreciate it.
Now, well, it makes me think of a lot of like the old school underground rap that I used to listen to so much, right? Because like there's so much more like dark and raw of a vibe to that, like that kind of rap, to that area where it comes from. It's like not polished for the mainstream, right? It's just so much more. I don't know. There's like a tone. There's like a. I've always tried to find a word for it, but there's a sound that it has that just other rap doesn't have. So I clicked with it so much instantly. It was fan freaking tastic. I loved catching that part too, mentioning Raw and ODB. That was fantastic.
Wait,
Anyway,
Alan,
yeah.
Alan, this is
Yes.
supposed.
No.
No, this is supposed to be a
Wait, I'm supposed to
battle.
say I hate
No,
this.
you're supposed
Yeah.
to be shitting
Yeah.
on it, dude. That was some dog
Sucka.
shit.
Ooh, sucka. Bad. That's crap.
That
Junk.
was
Bad
crap.
words. Inappropriate language. No, it was too good, Neb. I can't diss it.
No, it
I
was
can't even
fire, dude.
pretend to hate it.
I was dancing, and then at some point I was like, wait, this shit is like it keeps going. How long is
Yeah.
it?
I liked the two phases to it too,
How do
because
you guys
like
have
from the
enough
one
like
song to the
oxygen to
other.
even produce these fucking fire songs, dude? What?
Worst part
That's
is
right
I be
on,
rapping
Neb.
for 8 minutes sometimes. Like they be telling me, yo, I be doing too much.
Neb, oxygen feeds fire. That's why they keep going for
Oh,
days.
see, I did not take that class. I did not take that
Yeah,
class.
I was gonna make a joke that I realized probably would be in poor taste and timing, Neb, so I won't say it. But yeah,
Yo, Yo, but that was so freaking cool, and I hope anybody in here who has not heard Wave Wars before, this is just a little taste of what these guys are up to. It's absolutely insane. So check out the Wave Wars account, and I want to give a chance for Got Cloud, Cannon, Hurricane, Stormy. Like, tell us what you have coming up next for anybody who's interested to join you on Sundays and everything else that you do.
Yeah, yo. Actually, every night, Monday through Friday, 8:30 p.m. EST, we go live right here on Spaces on X through the WaveWarZ profile, and we do the music and trading. So like every night we battling, every night we going to war, and really that's where we get to hear all types of new music. So much new music has dropped through our nightly sessions, and we get the whole reaction of the whole community every time we run it up, and like that's really the highlight of my day, yo. I look forward to 8:30 at night, to hear all the new tracks folks is cooking up, cook up all we do. Like exhibition battles. You know, we'll have two folks in the space that been talking mess on the timeline. Be like, yo, all right, it's time. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's up. You know, we put them in war. The charts be going crazy. Yesterday we was having all type of snipes, all type of calamity on the charts, man. So it was just fun, bro. So yeah, we just do that every night, Monday through Friday, 8:30 p.m. EST. So if you want to get the vibes as soon as possible, come through tonight, 8:30 p.m. EST. But we also got a feature battle pretty much every Sunday. This Sunday we got Metaverse Slim versus Steve Strange. Metaverse Slim is the guy, you know what I'm saying? He might seduce your grandma, so don't bring your grandma to the space. She might get I don't know.
Oh, hello. I'm Ellen's grandma.
What? Don't steal my wife, you hooligan.
Hey. Oh, look at you. You look very nice.
That's my wrinkle.
Get out of here.
You feel me though? So you might end up with a new auntie or uncle, but that's a whole nother conversation. But we also got my GC Strange. He's like the astrologist, like real spiritual. So if you've been feeling down in the dumps and all of that stuff, he's definitely gonna bring you up out of that funk. You know what I mean? So big shout out to him. He's always shedding our light. He's like our resident astrologist as well as researcher. He knows stuff about all type of different type of blockchains, ICP, etc., etc., and he be putting us on game. So yeah, I think this battle is gonna be fire on Sunday at 7 p.m. EST. But yeah, yo, I love to see the evolution. We got tournaments coming up that are in the works. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. We about to just keep going to higher and higher levels. And of course, we about to be involved in a hackathon as well with Coliseum and Solana. Spread the message out here into the Solana realms and stuff. So yeah, yo, that's really the moves that's coming up. But new music is always dropping from folks. Dang near every day, with some new heat going on. And the best way to find it is 8:30 p.m. EST in our sessions, yo. So appreciate y'all.
Yo, let's go. Are you going, Charlie? You're gonna be there every Sunday?
Of course, it's gonna be my third Sunday, 100%. But hey, look, one thing that when I heard the music just now, I was just picturing in my mind like, what would it be if you have WaveWarZ in Breakpoint, Solana
I
Breakpoint, and they are in the podium?
know. Trust
You
me,
already know?
bro.
Yes,
You would
sir.
go crazy.
As soon as I was just like daydreaming. I'm like, hold up, what if this mother suckers go over there to Solana Breakpoint and put a live show, have the contestants or the contenders right there, sitting in front of each other? That would be insane. So yeah, I'm already looking into it, man. Like that would be sick. That would be sick to witness,
Dude,
either in
yeah.
person or I mean, after the fact, the aftermath of what everything that happened being recorded. So I can like I said, like I keep you guys in a high freaking standard now. From what I seen these last 2 weeks, I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
we need to pay attention way more. Yeah.
Charlie, you used to hold DRiP for a very like high standard about features, and then you started vibe coding, and you were like, "Oh my god, coding is hard. Let me, not give shit to DRiP anymore." So now you need to learn how to produce music properly.
Nah,
So
that's definitely not a realm where I'm gonna get into. Music is hard. You think of no, look, I'm gonna pick vibe coding over freaking music. It's a fact. I can learn music is it's a lifetime um, endeavor. It's not like you're just gonna pick it up and you're gonna run with it. Nah, no. You gotta freaking be knee deep onto it and know exactly what you're doing. And that's why when I see these professionals performing at the highest level every single time, when I actually get to see it, I can tell that these people are putting way much effort onto what they do and a lot of passion too. It's not the same as putting work just because versus putting work because you felt it, that you actually want to perform. You want to crush your opponent. and you can tell by the amount of effort that they put in every single track. And that's the very cool, that's the cool part of the, for me at least, when I get to witness his battles. You can tell the amount of effort. It's not just like I'm just gonna see what slaps or what sticks in there. No, they already, this is all premeditated. I want to crush my opponent. I want to make the best tracks possible. I want to make it undeniable, where people are going to vote for me regardless of what the other guy or the other gal puts in. That's the cool part. And of course, it's all in good spirit, of course. It ends well. Everybody's like, still a little bit of animosity, but then it just goes away and then end up collabing. You're like, what the hell? I thought this was real. Like, why are they collabing now? But that's all cool, man. That's cool. They hang out, they chill. The new people coming in. It's a whole movement, man. I'm glad that I'm actually witnessing it, like happening, growing. So looking forward to it and some more.
Yo, let's go. Your passion is felt, you guys, really, just by the way that you speak, and then all of the heart and tears and sweat and blood you put into these tracks. Then you go behind the scenes and you're actually friends and you fool all of us. Whatever, take my money. Fucking love it. Better than any reality TV show that's out there right now. Go catch up on WaveWarZ if you haven't yet. And you guys, this has been a full week in Web3, which felt like 1 minute and 1 year at the same time. This is the weekend. Go rest your mind, do some creative stuff, talk to your family, to your friends, or don't. Maybe isolate yourself in your room and cry like a little teenager. Do whatever you want. That's the most important thing. Thank you for spending your Friday with us. We appreciate it. Check out our Discord. Come through, hang out. We're here to help y'all with anything. Love you and proud of you. So everybody say bye, and thank you to WaveWarZ. Bye, and thank you to WaveWarZ.
Send me the link to that track because
Thanks,
I need to listen to it
WaveWarZ.
again.
Send us a link to the track, please. Send
Get
us a link to the track.
get on that
Immediately.
DRiP account too.
Hey,
It's in my head.
yo. Yeah, go follow the
stuck.
DRiP channel. Let's fucking go.
Send them the track though.
Hey.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Oh,
Do
just so y'all
it.
know, Monday I'm releasing motherfucking Jedi because I got certified as a Jedi the other day. Yeah, it's a real thing.
Oh my god.
Oh hell no. We Jedi now?
I am a
What?
fucking Jedi Knight. Yes, I got the certificate from
The
a religion
ceremony?
thing. Yeah, I'm an actual.
Wait.
It's a
So
real
like the
thing.
Force? The Force?
Yeah, like
And
the
You're gonna be
Force
like
be
grabbing
with you
people by
kind
the
of thing.
necks? No, but you're gonna be grabbing people by the necks and freaking hover, make
Who
them
said it
hover?
was their necks?
Good
okay,
lord.
now
That's how Darth Vader does it.
this is getting scary.
Anyway.
I just liked
So-
the statement. I got the certificate from a religion thing. Like that was just so hilariously worded.
I know, it was fun.
But Stormy, did you do like the whole ceremony and everything where you walk under the like the lightsabers and all that
I
shit?
wish we'll
Bam!
have to do that when WaveWarZ gets together.
Okay, I'll bring mine. I mean, it'll just be like you just walk. That's gonna sound really.
I'll
sus
bring
when
my
I say
baseball bat.
I'll look like an ant compared to you, God Cloud. I'm like 5'1", you're like 7'9".
I'm only 6'5". Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Ant,
only
mountain.
6'5". Okay, now you guys are just bragging. Goodbye. This space is ending right now.